Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, my little story timers. It's me, Donna Vee, and I'm so excited to be here today. Today is Friday, October 30th. It's the day before Halloween. And you guessed it. I know. I had to dress up all week. It's HALLOWEEK at my house. I love Halloween. I love dressing up. If you saw me yesterday, I was a witch on the letter E day for eek. Today, can you see what I am? I'm a fox because today's letter is F. And today we are talking about foxes and woodland creatures and all different costumes that you can dress up for Halloween. This took me 5 minutes to do. I found some stuff in my house and I can tell you right now, good morning, Christopher Estrite. It's so easy and simple. These are felt ears that I made and put on a headband. And then my tail is nothing more than I took wire and put it through a really cool orange boa and also some white feathers. So you too can find some kind of a creature to be for Halloween. Let's see. I think this is like a woodland person. This is an old costume I had in the basement. So here we go. So it's me, Donna Vee, and I am a fox today for story time, the Friday of HALLOWEEK. I'm so excited to be here, and I'm happy that you're here too. We are here Sunday through Friday live from 10 to 11, where we read 3 stories a day. We talk about healthy habits, we talk about good manners, and waking up with positive energy. So, ready? Let's start. I woke up this morning. I definitely woke up with gratitude, but I will tell you, it is like rainy. Every nook and cranny that I look outside is covered with rain, and there's wind, and it's crazy out here on the east coast of Nutley. Oh my goodness gracious. The east coast of Nutley? Of New Jersey. I'm in Nutley. Wow. Fantastic. All right. Are you ready? So I woke up this morning. I was definitely with my little Yogi, who's behind me. Yogi, you want to come say hello? Come on. Come say hi. Come here. So Yogi and I were hanging out. We were cuddling, right? And then you had to go outside in this. Ooh, not good. Hey, we kind of look related right now. Maybe if I took your ears. I'm sorry. Okay, fine. Oof. And Louis says hi, Yogi. Look at, I could actually be a funky fox. I'm like a funky fox. I'm my own alliterative sentence. I'm a funky fox on this wait, today's Friday, right? It is. Yeah. The days are going by so quickly. I cannot believe it. And tomorrow is Halloween. It's Saturday, October 31st. I'm so excited. I really am. And Frank Simon Jr., well, actually, I don't know if you're a junior, but I have a book that you might like today. So don't go anywhere. Okay. Let's do it. Let's stretch. Should we stretch our imagination and learn some more of the ASL alphabet first? Or should we do our morning stretches of arm circles and jumping jacks? Okay. I wonder what we should do first. Anybody want to say? Should we stretch our bodies or do ASL first? Well, I could say this. The other healthy habits I got up and did were, thanks, Jim. Good morning. I'm a fox. And ASL. Okay. So I got up, showed some gratitude. I brushed my teeth. I went down in my basement into the costume box and I said, what can I be today for Friday? It was a letter F, and I found fox ears, a woodland creature costume, my fox tail, and I said, that's what I'm going to be. I will be an alliterative creature, festive for fox on Friday during HALLOWEEK. Okay, let's do it. Dina the deaf dinosaur. Some say Dinah. I guess Dinah for dinosaur, and let's do our ASL alphabet. We've been practicing this every day, and we will continue to so that we can figure out. My friend Mary's cracking me up. What does the fox say? Well, actually, Mary, that's a great question because I think the fox says, ding, 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 ding. Right? Oh, Sujana's here. Hello, fabulous festive Friday, Fox friend. Thank you so much. And it is Pizza Friday, Corey. I might just allow myself to have some pizza. So we're going to practice ASL. Good morning to California. What is up? And let's see. And then we'll have to do our alliterative sentence. Thank you, Lewis. That's awesome. And it is Funky Friday. Okay, here we go. Ready? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. Right? O, P. Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. So this has been HALLOWEEK. So HALLOWEEK, because it's HALLOWEEK on Storytime with Donna Vee. Pretty good, you guys. Take a little look in case you need a reminder. I think it's awesome. I'm so proud of you guys for expanding your mind and learning ASL alphabet so you too can have a conversation or communicate with someone that's not hearing. That's pretty awesome. All right, now let's do this. J is your favorite? J? Okay, it's fun to do. I like X. It reminds me of a dinosaur, right? So I always say it's my Tyrannosaurus X. That's how I memorized it when I was a kid. Okay, let's see what our friend Frank Simon. Frank starts with F. Ooh. Let me see this. Wait a second. Oh, where's my F? What does the fox say? Ding, 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 ding. That is so cool. I love it. See? Well, hello there. Hi, Fox. It's basically, this is like my ID card. Hi, license and registration. I'm a fox, thanks. Okay, so are you ready for the alliterative sentence today? Should I do it? Once I'll do it with, I'll even try to do it with the fangs. Frederick von Frankenstein forgot fondue for Felicia's frighteningly fun, fantastic festival. Okay, Frederick von Frankenstein forgot fondue for Felicia's frighteningly fun, famous, fantastic festival. That's a great one. Wow, you really tried to trip me up today, Frank. Frederick von Frankenstein forgot fondue for Felicia's frighteningly fun, famous, fantastic festival. Frederick von Frankenstein forgot fondue for Felicia's frighteningly fun, famous, fantastic festival. Frederick von Frankenstein forgot fondue for Felicia's frighteningly fun, famous, fantastic festival. Frederick von Frankenstein forgot fondue for Felicia's frighteningly fun, famous, fantastic festival. That's kind of freaky, right? Well, I had to add it. So that was a fox on Friday doing an alliterative sentence wearing fangs. Thank you very much. I'll be here all week. Well, next week, because today's Friday, you guys. That means that tomorrow's not going to be live. Oh, maybe I'll do something special tomorrow. You never know. Keep your eye on the prize. It could happen. All right, now, what are we going to do next? Oh, I know. We say good morning to the kids. So we need to go get Alpha Bear. Alpha Bear, are you there? Alpha Bear? Oh, Alpha Bear's flying over. He is. He's a flying bear. Alpha Bear. Here, switch it up today. Put this one over there. I know, I do. I need to focus. Focus starts with F also. It's a problem I have. And it's okay. I'm totally okay with it. All right. Now, are you ready to say good morning to the kids, because guess what? Oh, wait, she probably has some water. Part of our healthy habits. Water. I love water. Oh, water does the body good. Pass it on. And let me tell you something. It is the most important thing that you could do right now while you're wearing a mask. Take a mask break and stay hydrated. I know. Sometimes I forget. Okay, are we ready? Let's see what kids are on the list today. We have added some more children, and let's say good morning to them. And then after that, you're right, Frank Simon. It's going to be vitamin time. But Corey, you're a genius. Fluids. That's right. Fluids are very important. I'm really so grateful for all of you. And here we go. Good morning, TJ and baby Lewis, Julian and Matthew and Nicholas and Quentin, Ella, Ari and Luca, Lucia, Mia, Jax Lennon, Mark McCartney, Nina Starr, Leah, Kristen, they're from Johnstown, PA, Holland and Austin, Lily, Alex, and Hannah Lorraine. I love those kids. Oh my goodness, I saw their costumes. They were so cute. Seamus, Cooper, and Tori, Liam, Harper, Tiffany, Emerson, and Ollie, Colin and Hunter, Sophie, Giovanni, Graceland, Kaylee, Joseph, Roscoe, Scarlett, Regina, Juliet, Jack, Allie, Andrew, Madison, Serena, hi Serena, Sawyer, Jane, Byron, Layla, and Genevieve, Finn and Fletcher, Anzor and Kai. Good morning. Hi, Zach. We've got Paisley, Presley, and Liam, Vinny and Joseph, Maggie and Isaac, Patrick, Liliana, and Melanie from Massachusetts, Jane and Liam. Did I say Regina and Madison? Just in case, I'll say them again. Lena and Sabino. We've got Melody and Kayla DiPietro, Patrick, hi Patrick, and Nico, Willow, Samantha, Frankie, Vanch and Vishaka from India, Sufain from France, Penelope, Snow, and Nikki all the way from Maine, Leo, Tomas, and Alec, Bailey and Michaela, good morning, Ace, Ara, and Amber, Tony, Bella, AJ, and Angelo, Fifi and Little Joe, Viviana and Bethany, Penelope, Rose, good morning, Joe Jr., Caitlin, Ryan, Luca, and Isabella, Emma, Liv, and Blake, Jake and Maddie, Tabia, Max, and Luca, V and Izzy, my niece Olivia Rose, my goddaughter Marin Rose, and then Molly, her little sister, James Storm, Allie, Emily, Jake, Caitlin, and I have to say good morning to my two hearts that are outside my body, Carly and Courtney. But you know what? Fifi and little Joe. Fifi, you're the only one with the letter F today. Nobody else had a name that started with the letter F. And you would think by now I would know that for all the times that we've gone out and over the alphabet. Interesting. Well, now it is definitely time for the next segment of Storytime with Donna Vee. And you know what? Hey, my tail. Can you guess what time it is? It's vitamin time. Let me see this question. Are you going to be dressed up for Halloween at work tomorrow? Absolutely. I cannot wait. I dress up every year for work. It's my favorite day of the year to get dressed up, and I don't even know what I'm going to be yet. I like surprises. I surprise myself. I only figured this out right before I came on here. I go down to my basement, I look in my costume box, and I see what I can recycle. I might have some new stuff, but I'm not sure. I almost wore fangs today, but I couldn't get the glue to work. So then I had to use my little fangs. Christine, what did she write to me? She said, "You look super adorable. Fantastic Very fun. Thank you. I love wearing fangs for Halloween. And the ones I have that I brought upstairs, they had this glue and it was 2 parts and I didn't want to be late. So I couldn't do it. I had to just go for furry, fuzzy, fox, fun, Friday. That's right. Okay. Lewis said he's going to be Frank Simon for Halloween. You guys are silly. And I'm so grateful that you're here every day, Sunday through Friday. It's vitamin time, you guys. Okay. Are you ready? I can't wait to see what the nugget of truth will be today. 2 vitamins in my hand. This is the segment where we talk about good manners and healthy habits and how they come together. Because we have to say please and thank you. Someone usually helps us get our vitamins because we're kids. Hey, stop it. And what we want to make sure is that we don't take more than we are supposed to. Hey, what are you doing? Oh, the tail is reminding me. Get your yellow book, Donna. Right here, A Beginner's Guide to the Universe by author Mike Dooley. And I will tell you this. I love the nuggets of truth. And what I can tell you is that in my hand are 2 vitamins, the daily recommended dosage. And I don't know what colors they are, but I'm going to open my hand. And there's either 1 of each or there's 2 of the same. And I cover my mouth so I don't chew with my mouth open or talk with my mouth full. Ew, no. This fox has manners. Stop it. And what I want to tell you is I need help picking a number. If you haven't picked a number in a while, please help me pick from 7 to 157. Maybe today we'll add them all together and we'll come up with a page that we've never read before. Is that exciting or what? Today's the letter F. This is my photo ID. And this is the uppercase. This is the lowercase. This and this, they look similar, but not exactly the same. This does look like a younger version of this. Like, this is all grown up and sprouted. But they look similar because I know some letters in the alphabet look nothing alike lowercase and uppercase. You know? Hey, Ma, what's up? It's my mom. Hi, Mama. My brother's going to be getting on the road soon, I think tomorrow, and start to drive from Texas. So exciting. I wish I could have done that road trip. That would have been exciting and fun. Oh, Frankenstein. Whoa. Dude, we didn't do stretches. Whoa. 55 because 5 and 5 is 55. I love it. Oh, I love it. Ooh, and 13 for Halloween's sake. Then Lewis said, Mom, you should pick a number. We'll make a big math equation. But you know what? I might have to check out 55 first. Ooh, but we forgot to stretch our bodies. I have an idea. What I'll do is, right after vitamin time, we're stretching today. All right? We can't not stretch. All right, here we go. Let's speed it up, kids. I got a little caught up in like the costume part. Stop it. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3. 2 purple. Good stuff. It's a vitamin sandwich. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I just got my nose black. It looks like a heart. Do you see that? Aw, that's okay. See, that would really upset me if I was at a costume party. I would be going somewhere and reapplying. But now my nose is itchy. Oh my goodness. Hope I don't sneeze. Okay, so let's check out 55 first. $55. You may not be able to start to take it with you at the end of your life, but whoever, nope, I need my reader one. You may not be able to take it with you at the end of your life, but whatsoever you may do, be or have time and in time and space awaits you on the other side. The path to enlightenment usually includes many stages. Usually includes many stages. Most commonly, it begins with festering misunderstandings that lead to pain, the pain that leads to growth, growth leads to clarity, clarity leads to fun, fun leads to joy, fun and joy leads to true illumination. Whenever possible, and it usually is, I recommend skipping to the fun part. Yes. Okay, now let's go to 13. My mask would cover my schnoz. That's going to be sad. Okay, here we go. 13. You can only be afraid when you pretend you're not in control, lonely when you stop doing things, bored when you stop following your heart, and overwhelmed when you think illusions are real. The believed in myth that you might somehow lose or become less is what makes life an adventure. Fear, F is for fear, goes away when you remember, first, you're a spiritual being, and second, nothing can ever be lost or taken from a spiritual being that cannot be recreated. Sometimes it takes being pressed with darkness before you begin to seek the light. Life does not happen to you. You happen to life. I know I will always wear my mask. I'm just saying I forgot about that part. Would I still look like a fox? See, look. I have my Halloween mask. Do I still look like a fox? I think so. Don't forget when you trick or treat, wear your mask. I'm wearing this to work today. This is a very comfortable mask. My daughter got it for me. Okay? So that was excellent. You guys, it's almost Halloween. We have to remember, we only have one thing to fear. Running out of candy! But I know, you know what? Not everybody's able to trick or treat. It's so sad. It's very sad this year. But you still can get dressed up. I suggest getting dressed up just for fun because it makes you feel better. Getting dressed up is so exciting. I love it. Do some makeup, find some accessories in the house, and just enjoy it the best you can. Oh, thanks, James. Thank you, Christine. Okay, now it's time for our love and light segment. Yeah, from yesterday. Oh, what? It's too big for you. Can I be a witchy fox? Look at this. Now I just look like, I don't know what I look like. Let's see, a hipster fox. No, I'm a fox today. I don't need to put multiple costumes on. Okay, here we go. Ooh, you will be the scariest costume tomorrow? What are you going to be, Frank Simon? Thank you, Donnie. Dawn. I know, Corey. No candy is the scariest thing ever. Oh, my dad. Looking great. Ghost fell down and got a boo-boo. Dad, that's a scary joke. Oh, but you know what? We had our joke book. Let's see. Our haunted house joke book. Let's see. What joke do we have today? Knock, knock. Who's there? Boo. Boo-hoo. Oh, please don't cry. Oh, let's see. Who's the ghost's favorite movie actor? Scary Grant. That's what I should be saying after that one. Hey, Karen, good morning. It's HALLOWEEK, and today's letter is F. So today, for HALLOWEEK, I decided to be a fox. Want to see my ID? Yes, I even have a tail, but my tail has a mind of its own. It's a little bit like scary. All right, okay, calm down. All right, listen. This is the time when we send love and light out to everyone out there. We use Bartholomew. He is our social distancing buddy. We have hung out with Bartholomew for the entire time of quarantine because when we needed a hug, when we needed to remember that we're not alone, we would just give them a hug and send love and light to everybody. And we haven't stopped yet because we know that there's still people out there that are alone, quarantining alone, going through being ill and needing to get better. So why not send love and light every day out to everybody? Let's elevate the vibration of the nation, and maybe we could change it and make the world a much more peaceful and pleasant place to be. You want to do it? Let's do it. I'm going to send love to me and you and me. And you know what? I just realized I avoided it. The alphabet. Okay, really fast. Arm stretches. Come on, guys. Are you ready? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, middle. Let's do Frankensteins. N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Now we know our ABCs and we stretch with ease and ease. Lisa, good morning. How are you? Today is the letter F. It's Friday of HALLOWEEK, and I'm so excited that you're all here. Oh, what is this? Further, all knowledge is caused by means of a likeness, but there can be no likeness of body or in. Whoa, St. Thomas of Assisi. I have to read that again, not so quickly after, so I can digest it. And I love that you shared that, so thank you. Okay, now we're sending love and light out. I know a bunch of you need love and light and healing, because from what I've heard, some guys, some girls, moms and moms, dads and dads, you guys are going through some tough times out there. And I know a lot of parents and adults watch the show as well as kids. And I want to send love and light to everybody, because I know this year has been bizarro. And now we have to change clocks this weekend. And it's like, what? What does the clock say? Ding, 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 ding. I don't even know. All right, let's get everybody over here and get some love, light, peace, and joy going. We have Piggy for loyalty. Loyalty is the key. Loyalty is everything. Loyalty makes the world go round. Be a loyal friend, okay? Wishes. Wishes do come true. You can make wishes for you and others. And you know what? You don't have to wait until 11:11. You can actually wish right now. But my favorite thing to do is, if I'm going to make a wish for myself, I wish for someone else as well. Music Bear, because music makes the world go round and it changes the mood in the room. And that is exactly what you should do today. It's rainy and cold here, so put some summertime music on, maybe some Kenny Chesney or some classic rock. Pretend you're at a concert. Elephant never forgets, so even if you do, Elephant doesn't. Never forgets to send love and light to someone that maybe you're going to be like later, ooh, I should have sent love and light to my Aunt Sophie or something. Cheeky Monkey, when you're feeling sad, you're feeling blue, send your sadness to Mr. Cheeky Monkey, and he'll return it with gladness. He doesn't mind at all. Oh, here she is, our winged friend, Dragonfly. Because dragonflies remind me of those that are no longer here, like my grandma Viola. She always shows up in the form of a dragonfly. Then we have, wait, I know it. Oh, sorry, Yogi. Trying to find, little Lammy. Lammy likes oats and barley. Oats and barley, and Lammy is great for hugs when you need them. And then, of course, Cecilia will heal ya. So, are you guys ready? We are going to take somebody that we love, we miss, we want to send well wishes to, healing, prayers, love and light, right in our heads. We think about them. Bring them right down to your heart. And then from your heart chakra to mine, we're going to send a big beam of light. We do this every day. And I promise you, somebody out there is really appreciative. I know I am. Yeah. Okay. 1 from your head, 2 from your heart, 3 from your whole being. Go. What? That was amazing, you guys. You are such an amazing team of light workers and a community of good doers, and I love it. So thank you so much for doing this with me every day that we're together, because I think it's really so important. We can help others. That's what we're all about here at Story Time. Okay, now we're going to breathe our way in to focus and relaxation so that I may read some Halloween-themed books. Oh, yeah, so if it's your first time here, welcome. If it's not, welcome back. We like to breathe in positive energy by saying I am, and then positive words out, and no negativity, because we don't believe in junk food for our body or our soul. Ready? Here we go. Oh, did you see that? I am excited. I am happy. I am joyful. One more time. I am ready. I am so ready. Are you? Let's read some books. Oh, look at this. I'll wear my safety goggles. Oh, now I look like Bono. I am fantastic. Good one. All right. Today, so excited. Uh-oh. Here is my third book. Read that one yesterday. I found another Knock Knock book. Did this one yesterday. I put it down, and it got lost. We did this one. Did this one. Uh-oh. Where did my third book go? Uh-oh. This is a mystery. Good morning, Tina. It's a mystery. A Fox mystery. Did I find it? No. Hold the phone. I shall find it. It must have fallen. Oh my goodness. We've read that. I found it. I found it. Ooh, thank goodness. I got nervous. I got afraid. I was fearing. Fear. Don't have any fear. I have so many Halloween books. Okay. I was like, uh-oh, what am I going to do? Hey, that's the wrong end of my tail. This is the end of my tail. All right, here we go, guys. Let's finish off strong with HALLOWEEK. First book up. This one is for the little kids. Frank Simon, I don't know if you're here, but I want to show you Frank Jr.'s first pumpkin. Because your name is Frank. Frank Jr.'s first pumpkin. Dad, the Booville Pumpkin Carving Contest is in 3 days. May I carve a pumpkin this year, Dad? Frank Jr. burst through the door, full of excitement. He almost ran into his sister, Francine. Yes, that's funny. Wait. Today's letter is brought to you by the Forgetful Mobster. Forget about it. Dad's in the library, Francine stated, straightening her hair. So you think you're old enough to enter a pumpkin this year? Okay. I've been studying the winning entries for the past 3 years. As a matter of fact, I now feel able to handle the various carving tools. That, yeah, said Francine, waving her hand. And it's Frank Jr., not Frankie, Frank Jr. muttered as he went into the library. Ooh, sibling fun. There sat Frank Sr., reading a book on the history of the English language. Dad, the big pumpkin carving contest is coming up, and I want to enter it this year. Will you go with me to get a pumpkin? Frank Sr. put down his book and smiled at his son. Certainly, my lad. Let's be off at once, shall we? I had the greatest dad, thought Frank Jr. Through the yard, down the street, and across the field went father and son until they reached the largest pumpkin patch in Booville. It was owned by Old Man Screech, who looked scary, but who was really soft at heart. Every year, Mr. Screech let each Booville kid pick a pumpkin from his pumpkin patch, and this year, Frank Jr. would get his very own. He would choose it and carve it and win that contest. He just knew it. Look at the pumpkin patch. Frank Jr. took off through the pumpkin patch. He came across a pumpkin that was rather interesting. It was a squat and oval pumpkin. Quite different, said Frank Jr. I don't know, said a voice. Frank Jr. turned, and there stood his dad. It's not a good pumpkin, son, his dad said. The circumference at the middle should be roughly equal to the circumference of the... What? The what? Asked Frank Jr. It's simply a matter of geometry, son. What I mean is that a pumpkin should be more round if you want to carve the best face. I have the smartest dad, thought Frank Jr. Frank Jr. went off once more through the wonderful rows of pumpkins. He looked at small pumpkins and big pumpkins, oval pumpkins, lopsided pumpkins. Then he found a really interesting pumpkin. It was perfectly round, but it had bumps and lumps all over it. Awesome, said Frank Jr. I don't know. It was his dad again. He was rubbing his chin. One should avoid a pumpkin with bulbous protrusions if... With what? Frank Jr. asked. One should try to find a smooth pumpkin. That is, if one wants to carve the best face, Frank Sr. said. Frank Jr. sighed. I have the pickiest dad, he thought. Frank Jr. shuffled through another row of pumpkins. He knew his dad was right behind him. Every time he knelt to look at a pumpkin, he heard his dad say, well, or, And Frank Jr. knew he had not found the right pumpkin. I have the nosiest dad, he thought as he plodded slowly past each interestingly oval, bumpy, or speckled pumpkin. Finally, Frank Jr. came across a perfectly round, perfectly smooth pumpkin. He stopped to look it over. Well, said his dad. Here it comes, said Frank Jr. One should look for uniformity of color when selecting a member of the gourd family for... come on. Excuse me. I think I got a feather. The what? Family? Well, what I mean is that you should really select a pumpkin that's all orange. That is, if you want to carve the best face. Frank Jr. took in a big breath. Then he looked up at his big, tall dad and said, I respect your advice, Dad. I look up to you all the time, but I want to pick out my own pumpkin, and I want to carve it by myself. Oh, well, what are you saying, son? I'm saying, lay off, Dad, please. And there was an awful silence. A terrible, awful silence as Frank Jr. felt his tummy flip-flop. But then a smile made its way across Dad's face. But of course, you're absolutely right. You let me know when you found your pumpkin. Yes, exclaimed Frank Jr. as he ran off through the pumpkin patch again. My own pumpkin! My first pumpkin! Carefully he looked through the long rows of pumpkins, imagining the great face he would carve, and he saw his friend Wilson carry off a big round pumpkin. And there went Denton with a big, smooth pumpkin. Kate walked by with a small, bright orange pumpkin. But mine will be the best, thought Frank Jr. And then he saw it, the most wonderful pumpkin he had ever seen. He could not believe it was still left in the patch. Why, it was beautiful. It was amazing. It was so interesting. It's perfect, said Frank Jr. He waved to his dad, and then he felt a lump come to his throat. He won't like this pumpkin. I just know it, he thought glumly. Frank Sr. walked over with the wagon, and he looked at the pumpkin, and then he looked at his son. It's a fine pumpkin, he said. Thanks, Dad, said Frank Jr. with a sigh of relief, and the sun began to set. Father and son walked home, pulling that fine first pumpkin behind them. I have the greatest dad, thought Frank Jr. I'll tell you, kids are fickle. Well, we can all be a little fickle. For 2 whole days, Frank Jr. studied and planned and carved his first pumpkin. He would not let his mom or dad, and especially not his sister, watch him work. I'm going to do this on my own, he told them. Frank Jr. took his pumpkin to the contest. He gently sat it down with all the other pumpkins on the table. There were perfectly round pumpkins, perfectly smooth pumpkins, perfectly orange pumpkins. For a moment, Frank Jr. thought about taking his pumpkin back. No, he said, I like this pumpkin, and this pumpkin likes me. It may not be perfect to everyone, but it's perfect to me. All the kids gathered to look at the carved pumpkins. Moms and dads walked up to ooh and ah over the scary faces. The judges strolled around looking serious. They studied the pumpkins. They frowned. They smiled. They wrote on their notepads. They put their heads together and they whispered. Finally, one judge stepped out and announced, Pumpkin carvers of Booville, you have once again outdone yourselves. However, there is one pumpkin that stands out from them all, from all the rest. It is creative, it is unusual, and it is unexpected. In short, it's just fabulous. Congratulations to Frank Jr. He had won. He had really won. His oval, bumpy, greenish pumpkin won. Frank Jr.'s friends cheered. His mom gave him a hug. Even his sister smiled and said, Congrats, Frankie. But it was his dad who was the proudest of all. It was a perfect pumpkin, son. It is a perfect pumpkin, son. Excellent job. I wanted to carve the very best face, said Frank Jr., and I did. Dad, I did. He carved his dad's face into the pumpkin. That was so sweet of him. Bravo! Bravo. That was fantastic. Okay. Ooh, Are you ready for the next book? I'm so excited. The Berenstein Bears Trick or Treat. Yogi, come on up. Uh-oh. Sorry, late. The sights and sounds of autumn were all around as Mama Bear pushed her shopping cart along the path that led to the Bear family tree's house. The trees and shrubs were ablaze with color. Farmer Ben's pumpkins stood bright orange in the October sun. The crows cawed noisily as they searched the stubble for bits of corn. Wild geese in great V formations honked high in the sky as they flew north. But the surest sign of the season was inside the treehouse, hiding behind Papa Bear's easy chair. It was Brother Bear waiting to try out his Halloween costume on Mama. It wasn't Halloween yet, but brother and sister were going to try on their new costumes. Sister was going to be a beautiful ballerina. Well, what do you think? She asked, taking the third position. Shh, said Brother. Mama's coming. Brother had chosen to be a spooky monster on Halloween. He had bought the spookiest monster mask he could find, and Mama made the rest of his costume. Whoa. Boo! He shouted as Mama came in with the groceries. Ah! Help, a monster, she cried, pretending to be frightened. It's only me, Mama, he said, showing his face. So it is, Mama said. So it is. Well, that just goes to show that appearances can be deceiving. Appearances can be deceiving? What's that mean? Asked Sister. It's just a grown-up way of saying that things aren't always what they look like, explained Mama as she unpacked the groceries. Look, goodies, said Brother. Hands off, please, said Mama. Those are for our trick-or-treaters who come to our house tomorrow night. Brother and Sister were very excited about Halloween and a little nervous, too. This was the first year they would be going trick-or-treating without a grown-up along to supervise. I'm not sure I like the idea of them going by themselves, said Papa, as he carved a pumpkin he got from Farmer Ben. It's pretty spooky out there, he added, making a scary face at the cubs. Ah! Now, Papa, said Mama, if Brother and Sister want to accept the challenge of going out on their own, I think we should encourage them. But remember, she continued, turning to the cubs, there'll be strict rules. You'll stay in your own neighborhood, and you won't eat any of the treats till you're back home. Besides, said Brother, we won't really be by ourselves. We made a trick-or-treat date with our cousin Freddie. Freddie starts with the letter F. Lizzie Bruin and Queenie McBear. Ooh. There, said Papa, putting the finishing touches on the jack-o'-lantern. Then he lit a candle inside it and turned out the lights. It was pretty scary. Ooh. The next day, Brother and Sister began planning the trick-or-treat route they'd follow that night. Brother got a pencil and paper and made a map of the neighborhood. That way, he explained, they wouldn't miss anybody. Let's see now, he said. We'll stop at our houses first. Ours, Freddie's, Lizzie's, and Queenie's. Then we'll do Farmer Ben's and our sitter's, Mrs. Grizzle. Mrs. Grizzle for sure, agreed Sister. She usually makes special Halloween cookies. And Teacher Jane, she gives out good stuff. How about Dr. Grizzly? Said Brother. She's into healthy snacks. I think so, just to be polite, said Sis. Gramps and Gran, of course. Of course. I'll tell you one place we are going to miss, said Brother, following his map, folding his map. What place is that? Asked Sister. That one. Ooh, that one, he answered, pointing out the window at the home of old Ms. McGrizz. It was a spooky, twisted old treehouse in a thicket at the end of a crooked lane. We're definitely not going there, he added with a shiver. Why ever not? Asked Mama, who was listening. Why not? Said the cubs. Because she's a witch. That's why not. What utter nonsense, protested Mama. True, Ms. McGrizz is old and bent and rather forbidding looking, but I can assure you she's a perfectly nice person. But the cubs didn't believe her, not for a minute. They knew better. Everybody knew better. No doubt about it. Ms. McGrizz was a witch for sure. Just after dark, a pirate, a skeleton, and the wicked queen from Snow White came for brother and sister. Ooh. They were Freddie, Lizzie, and Queenie, of course, and together they ventured out into the darkness with their trick-or-treat bags. So exciting. Before they could get started collecting Halloween goodies, they were joined by some worrisome company. Too Tall Grizzly and his gang out for mischief. Ooh, Too Tall didn't waste any time trying to get brother, sister, and their friends to go along with him and their gang. Uh-oh. Not nice. Come on, we'll show you goody goodies how to have some real Halloween fun, he said, pulling brother along with him. What sort of fun? Asked brother warily. Oh, you might say we're going to put the trick back in trick-or-treating, he said, chuckling. It was so dark that brother and the others didn't notice where they were heading. Hey, said sister, this is Crooked Lane. Uh-oh. Yikes. That's right, said Too Tall. We're going to play a few tricks on old Witch McGrizz. What sort of tricks? Asked brother. Her gnarled, twisted old treehouse loomed ahead. First, whispered Too Tall, taking a roll of toilet paper from his jacket. We'll decorate her house with a little of this. Then maybe we'll tie a few knots in her clothesline. Then smear some honey on her broomstick so she'll stick to it when she tries to fly. Ooh. Not good. But before Too Tall and his gang could start their mischief, the front door opened and a bright yellow light stabbed the darkness. And there in the doorway stood a frightening figure of old Ms. McGrizz. Aha, she said in a gravelly voice. I'm ready for you. Aha. She led the terrified cubs into a cozy living room. To their great surprise, there was a big tray of beautiful candy apples, all prepared for Halloween visitors. Mama was right, whispered sister to brother. Ms. McGrizz really is a sweet and kind old person. The cubs thanked her for the beautiful apples and went about the rest of their trick-or-treating business. Who knew? Later that evening, brother and sister were at home looking over all their treats they had collected. The beautiful candy apples stood out, and Papa asked where they came from. From Ms. McGrizz, answered brother. From the scary-looking old grouch puss that lives down Crooked Lane, said Papa. That's right, said brother, taking a delicious bite of his candy apple. You must really try to remember, Papa, said sister, giving her apple a little lick. Appearances can be quite deceiving. The Berenstain Bears trick or treat. Our last book for today is One Halloween Night by Mark Teague. On Halloween, Wendell, Floyd, and Mona were walking home from school when a black cat crossed their path. "Don't pet it, Floyd," cried Wendell. "Don't you know that black cats are bad luck?" "That's just an old wives' tale," Mona said. "Besides, what could happen?" Wendell merely shook his head. "Anything can happen on Halloween." In fact, something did happen as soon as they got home. First, Wendell discovered that his mad scientist costume had turned pink in the wash. "This is definitely a bad sign," he thought. Then Floyd found out that he had to take his sister Alice trick-or-treating with him. "Pirates don't have little sisters," he complained. Worst of all, Mona's mother insisted that she go out dressed as a fairy princess. "I look ridiculous," Mona protested. "Nonsense," said her mother, and handed her a magic wand. They all felt gloomy that evening as they set out trick-or-treating and hoped that no one they knew would see them. But their troubles were far from over. At some houses, they were surprised with tricks instead of treats. "Ah! It's a clown." "Oh, hi, Holly. Happy Halloween Eve." "Hi, Patrick." At other houses, the treats were weird or awful. Soon their bags were full of candy with names like broccoli chews, sweet and sauerkraut, and eggplant fizzlers. "I can't believe this is happening," Wendell grumbled. What neighborhood do they live in? At that moment, a screech of laughter came from down the block. I really am not good at screeching with laughter. Floyd peered through his spyglass. Ooh. And he groaned. "It's Leona Fleabish and her nasty friends." "Not them," Mona squeaked. "They're the worst." "We better run for it," cried Wendell. Ooh. Floyd led them down a hidden path through the woods behind the old Dreidel house. But soon, Leona's jeering voice rang out. "We see you! You can't hide!" The chase was on. Finally, out of breath, they tried to slip behind some trash cans at the end of a narrow alley, but Floyd ducked a moment too late. And Alice's rabbit ears gave them away. Leona squealed with delight. "Yo ho ho! I see something funny. It's Pirate Floyd and his baby bunny." The witches roared with laughter and slapped each other on the back. "Not nice." Floyd winced, but as he drew his saber, his face lit up with a pirate's grin. First, he kept the witches at bay so his friends could carry little Alice to safety. Then, growling like a movie pirate, he swung out and reached an overhang tree limb, turned a quick flip, and somersaulted backward over the fence. Whoa! That was like a ninja move. "I didn't know you could do that," Mona said. Floyd looked surprised. "Neither did I." "Come on," shouted Wendell. "They're right behind us." They ran until they found themselves in an even stranger part of town. It's pretty creepy around here, muttered Floyd. Wendell suggested they hide in the graveyard. But Mona scoffed. You gotta be kidding me. No, it's perfect. They'll never follow us into a place like this. Okie dokie. Actually, the witches didn't mind the graveyard at all. We see you, Wendell, Leona cried. What's wrong with Wendell? Let me think. He must be mad because he's dressed in pink. The witches shrieked and hooted, laughing so hard, oh, they nearly cried. They're so mean. For a moment, Wendell's face turned as pink as his smock. But then an idea began to brew. Ooh, he reached into his mad scientist kit and started mixing potions. Drink this, he told his friends. It will make us invisible. At the word invisible, the witches roared even louder. But their laughter turned into puzzled yelps when Wendell, Floyd, Mona, and Alice suddenly disappeared. Whoa. Whoa. By the time the potion wore off, the children were several blocks away. I've got a bad feeling about this. Everywhere they turned, haunted houses creaked and moaned. Can you make us invisible again? Asked Mona. Wendell nodded, but when he opened his mad scientist kit, it was empty. And suddenly, the witches were approaching. Yikes! Before they could decide what to do, the witches were upon them. Leona cackled even louder. Just look over there. You'll see something scary. It's Tinkerbell Mona, dressed up like a little fairy. The witches squealed and guffawed. They snorted and wheezed and rolled on the ground. Mona waited until the laughter died down, and then her eyes flashed. And suddenly, so did her magic wand. Now I've got a poem for you, she said, and pointed her wand straight at them. Ippity bippity boppity boo. Ippity bippity boppity bode. Leona Fleabish, you're a toad. Oh my goodness. Christine, have a great day. Alan, Christine, I love you. Happy Halloween. Instantly, a bolt of white light shot out from the wand, followed by a clap of thunder and a great puff of smoke. Booyah! Take that, witches! The next thing they knew, Wendell, Floyd, Mona, and Alice landed right back on the corner where their evening had begun. There wasn't a witch in sight, and their bags were filled with wonderful, ordinary candy. Wendell stared at Mona's wand. How did you do that? She shrugged. You said anything can happen on Halloween. Later that night, they sat in Floyd's living room, sorting through candy and sipping cocoa. You know, Floyd, said Wendell, you make a pretty good pirate. Thanks. You're a good mad scientist, too, even if you are pink. But Mona, you're the best of all. She smiled. I guess being a fairy princess was okay. Still, I'm sort of glad it's over. Now we can all go back to normal. After a while, Leona Fleabish even stopped being a toad. You guys, that was awesome! Give yourselves a round of applause. We did it! HALLOWEEK was a great success. Today's letter is F. Who do I see out there still? Christine and Al and Louis and Frank and Corey, my mom. Who else is out there? You guys, all the kids, Lisa and James and Karen and my dad and Dawn. Thank you so much for being here today. I really appreciate it. Sujana, Mary, Jim. Wow. There's so many. Christopher. You guys are amazing. I thank you so much for everything this week. I love dressing up. I mean, really, wait until Christmas. Thanksgiving, we've got it covered. Here at Storytime, we take holidays seriously, okay? And I will tell you this. You know what else we take seriously? Hugs. So put your right hand on your left shoulder, your left hand on your right. Give yourself a squeeze from me. Oh, so tight. Please don't forget to be safe. Wear your mask for Halloween, okay? Be safe with your trick-or-treating. Be happy. Be friendly. Be kind. And remember, use the good manners you learned here on Storytime. Please may I have some candy. Thank you for the candy. Trick or treat, okay? Be kind. Look both ways when you cross the street. If you're in a neighborhood that allows trick or treating, watch for passing cars. Be careful, stay in groups. Guys, I want to make sure all my Storytimers and everyone that we love are safe. It is my favorite holiday. Don't forget to post pictures of yourself in costumes on Storytime with Donna Vee or Periscope, or I don't even know how you could do that on Periscope. But if you go over to Storytime with Donna Vee, or you could do it on Instagram, tag me, okay? I love you guys so much. Thank you so much. And here we go. I am so excited. I am filled with joy. I am spectacular. I am sending you love and peace. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you live on Sunday, maybe before. I might do a Halloween special. Depends on how late I have to work tonight. I love you guys. Thanks so much. Have an amazing day. Fantastical, fun Friday. All right? And happy Halloween. Bye.